Watching Beef TV. Well, spare a thought for Ali Felton-Taylor. She's doing a bit of globe trotting today, making her way around the grounds and also touching base with the international delegates. But she's also found a family who's about to celebrate quite the milestone.
Absolutely. A century, Andrea Crothers, is no mean feat in anyone's terms. Also, coming from the Northern Hemisphere to the Southern Hemisphere for Beef Australia for the very second time. I'm going to introduce you to that person in a second, but I've taken the quest to find Zoe Abo very seriously. And I hope she was looking at that tourism plug for the region of Toowoomba. And I hope she was taking it very seriously. I'll introduce you to the bloke I'm going to draft in very soon. But for now, as we mentioned, 100 years in business, I'm going to introduce you to Shauna McLaren. Shauna was the first person to make her mark on the LAWD map here at Beef Week. Shauna, welcome to Beef TV. Show me, where are you from? Where did you make your mark?
Hi there. So I'm from central Scotland in Perthshire, Scotland, and I'm from up here. I also have a few cows over in Canada, all the way over here.
So a dual international, sensational. The 100 years of business is at your farm in Scotland. That's an incredible amount of time. Tell me about your business and what you do.
So I'm a fifth generation Aberdeen Angus breeder, and I work full time at home with my dad. We have 250 pedigree stud cows, and we bring in and export a lot of genetics. We export to about 36 different countries across Europe and into Canada, America, Australia and New Zealand ourselves. We also bring in a lot of genetics, especially from USA and Australia.
So why Beef Week? It's your second time here to Beef Australia. What value is it for you to come down here?
Beef Week is just such a great opportunity to make lots of connections with lots of people, not just from Australia but from all over the world, and it's really good to catch up with everybody. I've been fortunate enough, this is my second Beef Week. I worked here last time, so it's catching up with lots of great friends and family, and really getting those connections and seeing what the Australia beef industry is all about and learning.
You've had an absolute knees up here. It's been a great time, hasn't it? A really good time for network and socialising. Have you done some deals?
Oh, potentially a few things, but, you know, all in the hush still.
She's being very coy, and she admitted to be a little earlier that perhaps some of the deals may have been done on the dance floor at the Zodiac last night. There was a lot of fun.
Oh, it was far too much fun, far too much fun.
Fantastic. Obviously, with the Oz-UK FTA, that's a pretty touchy topic in your part of the world. How is the sentiment towards Australian farmers in your country?
There's no resentment towards Australia farmers. Australia does a really good job at the beef industry, and you guys can supply your market. You know, I come from a part of the world where beef isn't self-sufficient. We're not sustainable in creating enough beef in Europe and in the UK for our customers, and so we need to import stuff. So it is an essential thing. It does fight our battles in our markets with cost and pricing and stuff, but it's still an essential need, and Australia does it very well, and you guys have numbers.
Amazing. I've worked out that Shauna McLaren is in a new relationship. I was going to ask her for some tips on being on the scout. Any tips?
Oh, just put yourself out there. If you see someone at a bar, just go say hi.
Go say hi indeed. Shauna McLaren, thank you. Congratulations on 100 years in business.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful. It's her second Beef Australia. That's Shauna McLaren, but I did promise you, Andrea Crothers, I'm going to draft in some new talent, some new genetics, if you will. I'm going to introduce you, come with me, to Karel Lubber. Hello, Karel. Tell me, where are you from?
I'm from Toowoomba, Queensland, so just out of Brisbane there.
You've been to Beef before, have you?
Yeah, I have. This is my third beef.
It's his third beef. And the question that everyone is dying to know, Karel, are you single?
Yes, I am.
He is single. Would you be willing to meet our supervising producer, Zoe?
Yes.
He said yes, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I've used my contacts for this. You wouldn't believe it, but I sold my first car to Karel. It was a red RAV, wasn't it?
Yeah, red RAV4. That was back in 2017.
It's done a lot of Ks, and it's no longer his car, no longer my car, but it has a fond place in both of our hearts. Zoe, I can't wait for you to come next door and for you to be able to meet Karel in the flesh. We'll see how this turns out, Andrea Crothers. What do you reckon?
Oh, gotta love a love story. Love has no bounds. We'll send Zoe over soon. Well, let's move on to something a little bit